Hello, hello, lovelies. Hello, Happy New Year. This is your weekly dose of light. This is a new series that I'm starting this year to bring you inspiration, of course, light language to activate you, to support you as we move through this journey this year. Each year brings through a different flavor of our journey, requiring us to step up to that next level or become our next self, I should put it that way. Hello, hello, beloveds. Welcome to this week's dose of light. Are you ready to receive some light language support for the week? And for those of you who are new to me or new to the dose of light, oh my Goddess Energy Forecast, my name is Abigail Mensah-Bonsu. I am a master healer. I am an intuitive, a divine channel. I am an activator. I'm also a divine feminine embodiment mentor. And I love what I do. The key to my energy is goddess activation. Those two words sum up how I show up in the world and also who I support. I love working with women who are here with the big visions, who they know how to be human. So they've got that part done. Like they've mastered what it means to live on the earthly plane. But what they're missing is that spiritual connection. And that's where I come in. So I help them to cultivate their roots and re-anchor into their spiritual connection so that they can come into balance, because we need to be in balance with both heaven and earth. And once you connect to both, you operate differently as a human. You become a divine being in a human body navigating this plane. And the resources and the tools and the support that become available to you is just like exponential, right? So that's where I come in, reconnect them to their spiritual source, to their inner, deeper well, where they can fuel from, where they can nourish from, where they can always anchor and operate from. It's like that center that never, well, what am I looking for? Like spins, like it's like there's this wheel around you and you're standing at the center. And it doesn't matter what is spinning around you, you're always anchored because you're anchored above and below. You're solid. You know who you are. Doesn't matter what's going on in the world. You are anchored into your truth. And that's how you show up. And that is so important. So, so important, especially in the time that we're in. More people need to show up in the world as that. So that's where I come in. I mentor people and I guide them into who they really are on that spiritual level. And then once we anchor that, navigating who that new self is. And so I work with entrepreneurs who are on that journey. I work with women specifically. I work with empaths. I work with intuitives. And I love what I do. So if this is you or you're listening to this and you're like, yes, I want some of this yumminess, I would love to work with you. Come check me out, especially after this. Let's see here. There's something coming in. We'll come back to it. But at the bottom, you find some of the offers that are available right now. Right now, you can step into my elevated empath membership group. So if you're an intuitive, a healer, an empath who wants to go from feeling like everything is a burden, like being an empath is a curse, to being empowered and knowing that being empathic is a superpower, how to deepen into that, how to know yourself as an empath. What does that even mean to be an empath? So it's a redefining of the empath and stepping into that full power of the empath. The women in that membership are thriving right now. They are not your typical empaths. They're not walking around saying, oh my gosh, the world is heavy. It's too much for me. I need to shut down. I can't do this. I can't be around people. I can't do that. No, they can navigate this world with your heads held up high and your hearts wide open. Know that they are fully, they're fully protected and secure, knowing who they are, and fully anchored in their gift of the compassionate empath. So if this is you, if you would like to learn what it means to truly be an empath, or why you were given that soul gift, that powerful soul gift. I mean, I'm telling you, empaths are superheroes. Let's just put it that way. If you learn really what that gift is about, it is incredible. Like once you truly understand your gift, yeah, it's a superhero power. So if you want to learn the tools that can help you navigate this physical reality, from a place of empowerment and confidence and security and protection and safety, you need to be in this group. I bring in tools. We do clearance, we do activations, is teaching the empath how to be the compassionate empath in this world, what it means to truly be an empath in this world. It just, yeah. So come join us. Yes, and of course, my baby, the Oracle multi-author book is in the birth canal, I should say, is in the editing phase. We're getting ready for launch. So Oracle is a multi-author book that I brought together women who are channels, women who are oracles, to share their stories about how they stepped into that soul gift, what that looks like, how they work with this, how they, what they call themselves. It's like the modern day oracle. And then they also share a message to everyone, to all of us at the end of their chapter. It's going to be a powerful book, and I can't wait to get it into the world. So keep your ears open for that. It will be coming out soon. And I'm so excited. I'm proud of all the women who stepped through, because one thing about stepping into my containers, they are initiators. My containers will initiate you to whatever that next level is. And so these women step in, even though it's a book container where they come in to work on their story. It's not just like, I'm coming in, I'm just going to regurgitate something and you publish it. No, actually, they go through this initiation process that really aligns them to the message that truly wants to come through them into the world and for the world. And it's just powerful. So I'm excited for you to get to experience these transmissions and these amazing women. Okay, so today we're going to continue with the channeling. We're going to continue with that. So last week, if you watched last week's Dose of Light, I talked about how my higher self said, no more pulling cards. You need to channel. That will be the pulling card. So I'm going to continue doing that. And of course, I'm going to be infusing that with the light language. And today I want to take you to a special place. Tomorrow is the spring equinox for those in the north. And I wonder how you're feeling. Like, are you feeling that surge of energy coming up? I'm looking at my backyard and the grass is already green. One of our shrubberies is already like, it has that blooming, the beginnings of the blooms. It's opening up and it's like, oh my gosh, yeah, energy is coming. I can feel it in my body, to the point where if I feel antsy, like I have to move my body to get it through. So how are you feeling this energy? The spring equinox, where the entire earth wakes up. Wherever you are, you have experienced spring before. And that energy of the earth beneath your feet waking up, the plants waking up, the trees waking up. It is potent and magical. And if you're someone who haven't tapped into that energy yet, I invite you to do that this year. Tap into the different energies. So we have the spring, the summer, the fall, the winter. They all have a purpose. These seasons also happen within us. We just don't know how to, or we were never taught how to honor those seasons within ourselves, or even identify those seasons within ourselves. Right. So I invite you to begin to explore how these seasonal changes, how that happens within yourself. So starting with spring, how are you feeling? Are you feeling your cells within your body springing up? Are you starting to crave certain foods? I've been craving greens and also like berries, right? That's what I've been craving. Like I want to, well, what am I looking for? Like I was saying this morning, it's like nourish or hydrate. There we go. Like hydrate my cells. That's what I'm feeling. So how are you feeling? And on top of that, we are about to enter Mercury retrograde is coming up. And then we're like in the shadow period of the eclipse season, which is also coming up. I think it officially begins in April or the end of the month. I think it's the end of the month. But we're already feeling that energy because when the shadow period is always before the season begins and also after. So we have this huge chunk of time that we get to navigate it. It's almost like warming us up to the main event and then slowly dissipating after the event, right? It's beautiful how it's orchestrated like that. So we have big, big energies coming in. Of course, with Mercury retrograde, if you guys follow me, you know that I love Mercury retrograde. It's really inviting us to step back, to slow it down. And what I've noticed is that the people who have the hardest times during Mercury retrograde are the ones who fight against it, the ones who just don't want to slow down. They want to keep going. So then they have the computers breaking, their cars breaking, your phones breaking, things not working out, everything. If you're experiencing those things during Mercury retrograde, pause and see the invitation there that you're being asked to slow it down. There's a purpose in slowing down. When we slow down, when we take a step back, we're able to take time to review our journey thus far, how far we've come, what we've created. We're able to reassess and reevaluate where we are and if we want to continue that same path. If not, then where are we pivoting to? That's why Mercury retrograde is so important. And of course, being Mercury has to do with technology, has to do with the intellect. So I always say that during Mercury retrograde, our minds kind of shut down because our hearts want to, take the lead, which is actually the main purpose of the heart. The mind follows the heart. It's only in our society that we've kind of made the mind a king, and the mind doesn't even want to be the king. The mind is like, no, that's not my job. I'm doing all this stuff that's not even mine, right? The mind is needed as much as the heart is needed. The heart receives the vision, the seed, and then gives it to the mind. The mind is the one that's able to bring the structure and bring it into fruition. So they need to work together, but it's the heart that comes first. And then the mind follows. So during Mercury retrograde, the mind says, okay, now I can go take a vacation. So, one of the things that happen in Mercury retrograde is like people don't have filters anymore. People who lie behind like sugar coating or, behind like a fake smile, like all of that goes out the window. And it's like what you say is what you say, right? Like the truth really comes out because there's no more of that filter that you have in place. But if you're already operating from your heart, you notice that you don't feel that because you're already having your heart leading the way. You already speak from your heart. You express from your heart. You show up from your heart, right? So yeah, this Mercury retrograde, pay attention whenever you find, and even, for me, I know I've been navigating this Mercury or the retrogrades in general, and I still sometimes, especially in Mercury retrogrades, I still have sometimes where it gets bumpy for me. And I always remember those are the times that, for example, if I'm really busy and I'm on my phone and I'm doing my thing, all of a sudden my phone starts glitching. I'd be like, I hear you. I will pause. I'm putting my phone down, and then I'll be like, Archangel Michael, please fix my phone for me, please. I will go take a rest, or I'll go do whatever it is that I'm being inspired to go do, right? So at this point, I see it as an invitation. When I see stuff kind of glitching or not working, I'm like, wait, I'm not listening. I'm not listening to what I'm being asked to actually do, what my heart is asking me to do, what my soul wants me to do, right? That's when I start to hit that, right? So when you experience that in any of the retrogrades, whether it's Mercury, whether it's Saturn, Jupiter, it doesn't matter which planet. Remember, the invitation is the bumping, right? When you start seeing things glitch and not working out, it's time for you to step back. It's time for you to step back and be like, okay, what am I not listening to? What am I not seeing? What am I not paying attention to that I should be paying attention to? What am I not doing that I should be doing? That is where the mastery comes in. And if you're able to do that, you'll be able to flow through these retrogrades. And very soon, these retrogrades, you'll be looking forward to them. Right. The key is to learn how to flow with these planetary movements, because whether or not you're interested in them, they're still happening. Right. There's a lot of times where, let's say, I'll go to like a meeting or something, and someone will be like, I don't know what is going on. There's this and this and this. And I'll be like, yeah, I know why. Because, well, Mercury's in retrograde, or it's a full moon, or it's, Venus is doing this, or Mars is doing this. It all makes sense. So whether you believe in these planetary movements and influences or not, is still happening. Remember, they're just invitations. They're also opportunities for us to go deeper into our journey and grow. There are opportunities for us to take a step back, dive in deep, and grow from there. Nourish ourselves. Get some wisdom while we're there, right? So, this week I want to take you to a place that I go to a lot. So for those of you who have been following me, as a divine channel, the reason why I call myself a divine channel is that when I'm channeling, it's not about who I'm channeling. I'm not going here to channel this and channel that. When I tap into my channel, I am in source. Like this, it's just me and source. So my channel is like from me to source. I don't have to go here or there or there or there. There's nothing in between, just me and source. And that's actually what channels should be, right? Because every messages that come through should not be coming. You shouldn't be seeking those messages out or those beings out. Those beings come through your divine connection or your connection to the divine. And when you do that, you are safe, you're protected. And only that which is in alignment with you, and only that which is in alignment with the truth or the love, love of the divine will come through. There's a lot of times where, especially people who are stepping into the gift as an intuitive or a channel or an oracle, they see other people, like I'm channeling this being, I'm channeling this collective, and they feel like they need to do that. You don't. First step, connect to you. Second step, follow your channel all the way as it plugs into source. If you've been following me for a while, you know that one of our key meditations is what? We connect to above, the heart of source, and below, the heart of the divine mother. We're anchored in that center. We are the center pillar. And that's where you're supposed to operate from. When you try to bend this way, that's when trouble starts happening. You cannot trust everything in the spiritual realm, just like you cannot trust everything in the physical realm. And when you are centered, you have this filter that turns on. You are able to see through the illusions. So if you are new to channeling, my message to you is focus on your channel that moves upward and anchors to the heart of source. And just tap into, it's almost like you're channeling yourself or your higher self, the highest version of yourself. That's what I feel like. And I feel like most people gear away from that because they're thinking, well, Why would I want to channel myself? It is you anchored in the divine. It's your divine self, the all-knowing part of yourself. The message that is meant to come through you is very unique to your codes. It's medicine. It's encoded with your medicine. Nobody else can do it but you. So stop downplaying the messages that are coming through you that seem very easy and let it out, because there's big medicine in that. Perhaps that is the message we're getting this week. I've been working with my higher self for a long time. And at this point, there's no differentiation. I am my higher self, and she is me. Just like there's no differentiation between me and the divine. I am the divine as the divine is me. There's no differentiation. I am a divine being walking on this planet as human. And some of you have heard me say that, sometimes I find myself like looking at my human self and, like, you're like, good job, you're doing it, right? Looking through the eyes of my divinity, the compassionate eyes of my divinity to my human self. But I am fully supported and anchored in who I really am. That's why it doesn't matter what is churning out here. I'm good. I know who I am. I know where I come from. I know what I'm here to do. And the world will try to tell you, no, you don't know it. No, you should do this. You should do it that way, and you should do it this way. I am totally okay that how I express myself in the world is different. And I'm okay with that because it's medicine. That's part of my medicine to the world. Mhm. As you're listening to this transmission, which if you didn't know is a transmission, that's the beauty of it, being a divine channel. It's like every word that comes through your mouth is a transmission, is medicine to humanity. You don't have to change your voice. You don't have to say that you're channeling this person and that person and who, what. You don't have to do any of that. Just be true to you and let that message, that soul codes, the divine codes that you are here to share with the world come through you unfiltered, without you trying to make it anything. I recognized this at a very young age, that just even me speaking normal is channeled. It has so much power. My sound, the sound of my voice is encoded with divine frequency. All I have to do is open my mouth and speak or sing, right? All I have to do is open my mouth and the divine codes will flow through, whether I'm aware of what that message is or not, because it's not really about me. I'm the channel. I'm the divine channel. And however the divine codes want to flow through me, it will. And it's a matter of me getting out of my own way. So how are you stepping into your own way when the divine wants to move through you? How does the divine want to move through you? And I think this is why this visualization came through for me to share with you guys. How does the divine want to move through you? In what way are you stepping into that way? How are you getting in your own way? So I'm going to take you into this. It's like a room. I call it the God room, but you can call it the divine room. It's basically where I go to just sit in the consciousness of the divine and the frequency of the divine and just surrender and be healed and be loved and be held. And for me, I just created like a room so I can just go sit. For you, it might be a garden, for someone else, it might be in the middle of the ocean. It doesn't matter. It's between you and the divine. It's about how you perceive the divine. Mine, the divine always comes in as a consciousness. That's the best way to explain it. This is not a male or female being, right? There's no form, it's just light. And that light is filled with consciousness. So when I go, I sit in the center of that light and I just surrender. I just surrender. So are you ready to do that? Well, if you're here, if you're listening to this, I know you're ready. So go ahead and join me. Close your eyes. Begin to take deep breaths into your body. And allow that breath to open up your heart. I'm going to call in your higher selves to fully be embodied within your heart and to aid in you ascending into this God or divine room. Be fully anchored in your body. This is not about escaping from your body. This is about bringing your body on board. So breathe into your body and imagine that each breath you take, that fresh air is encoded with this frequency, this light of the divine, and you're breathing it into your body as it infuses every cell within your being, activating all these cells within your being. Doroshidia ramaidia ta soromora negehate shoromo oporomoedia ta shedena sa ak oromo. Take a deep breath in here. There we go. We're ready now. So I want you to drop your awareness from your mind. So imagine your mind has this blue ball of light and see that ball of light begin to descend down into your heart. And when it reaches your heart, you see that beautiful flower within your heart open in full blossom. And the ball of light just drops right into the flower, the center of the flower, as the flower and just kind of like engulfs it or holds it right there. Just holding it and just breathe in this space. Allow yourself to drop deeper into the center of this flower. And at this point, I want you to either envision, see, sense, or feel this doorway appear to you. This is the door to your heart garden. And on each side of the doorway are your guardians to your heart garden. And you notice that they open the door for you. As you're walking by them, go ahead and acknowledge them because they've always been there. They garden this sacred space that is just for you. And enter this doorway emerging into your heart garden. If this is your first time seeing your heart garden, just take a quick look around. Remember, you can always come back here and dive into its mystery, dive into yourself. There you go. And as you emerge into your heart garden, in front of you see this glass elevator that appears. Beautiful. Go ahead. The doors open for you. Go ahead and enter into the glass elevator. And the doors close, and you notice that the elevator begins to ascend and goes up, 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 up. Once you just breathe into your body, breathe into your heart as you ascend. Notice that standing beside or a being appears beside you in the elevator. Actually, I'm getting two powerful archangels with their wings wide, and they appear standing on each side of you, so to your right and to your left. And they're just going to be here with you, and they're also going to be adjusting your frequency as needed be so that you can receive as much as you can from this source room. That's what I'm gonna call it, this source room or God room, if that feels good to you. The elevator goes up, up, up. You notice you're in the ethers now. Just notice the colors. What do you see as you're going up? You might, yeah, everyone's gonna see something different. I always see what I need to see, and it's gonna be the same for you. And the elevator goes all the way up, and before you know it, it kind of like moves upward and stops. And it stops in this room that is just like all white. Or for you, it might have specks of gold, it might have like blue swirling around, but it's all white. There's no dimensions to this room. It's not like there's walls, but it's just, you just feel like it's enclosed but expansive at the same time. And at the center of the space, you see whether it's a chair or pillow or somewhere that indicates that you can sit. Go ahead and walk there. The two guardian angels stand at the door of the elevator. And again, they're here for you. They're just here to make sure that your body will be operating optimally. Anything that needs to be healed, anything that needs to be removed out of the way, they're going to be helping you to navigate that so you can receive as much light as possible as you're in this room. Beautiful. So walk to the center of the room and just sit. And you notice like this downpour of light. I see it like today, I'm seeing it as like the divine speaking into you and to you. And it's coming in as this like waterfall of light onto you. And for me, I'm seeing like this white light with speckled gold like falling onto me. And as you're receiving this, it's actually like codes that enter, that penetrate and permeates into every cell of your being. You might begin to see symbols, you might hear, you might see pictures. It doesn't, this is between you and the divine, but I want you to spend some time here. So I'm just going to keep quiet here and just simply surrender. You don't need to set any intentions. You don't need to have any goals. I want you to just sit and receive the divine. Sit in the frequency of the divine. Sit in the divine. Sit in source. There you go. And receive. Yashoro moyatia. Nak aronondo siak arende ti shoromo. Mak e shara kare shoromoro mea. De shaak arenda ta sayetea. Moria shitia karanda tea goria. Moria shitia. Welcome, beloved child. I am so glad you're here. There's nothing you need to do but simply to receive. Hear my voice and receive. Hear my voice and heal. Hear my voice and awaken. Open your heart. Receive. Kara maedia toro wa. You are home. Welcome home, my child. Kare shit oromotia te shitia. Nande te shoro moya ka aratea. Oromoshia karea kititi. Moria shitia. Tare ak arandatea. Doroso, you're probably wondering or trying to find words or things to make this experience reasonable in a way. But it's okay if you're like, I have no idea what is going on. Because there's more to this space than your mind can ever comprehend. There's more to you. Just as the space is expansive, you are expansive. There's so much more to you. And I hope that you continue to come to me. Come and sit in my heart. Come and sit in my energy. And remember who you are. And remember who you are. That you are me. You are me. I am you. We are one. Remember you as an expression of the divine. Remember who you are. At this time, I see doors unlocking within yourself. Take a deep breath in. Karejera nate soromoya. Na shoromoye kiatia tara moya. Mashede na sakarandatea. Moro moriatia. Shit inna saak oromoya. Mea karandatea shoromoya. Tena soromoya tia ka arandatea. Shoromo, shoromo, shoromo. Keep breathing into your body, into your heart. For some of you, I'm seeing your two guardian angels doing extra work on you. Just receive, just receive, just receive. And now, as you're sitting here, go ahead and ask, how does the divine want to express through me this week? How does the divine want to express through me this week? And simply open up to receive. Oromoro shururu dia tarasanakara. Moria shurumungoria. Didi shurumoya dat in andasarea. No shiria areatia oromoyetia. Shinikieti oroia. Dayao Urumutia Shohoroi Dana Angate Amo Ayati Ashuro Das et ea Doro Shua Tahete Shuariata Akaretaria Oi Shuayat Ari Bo Omboya. Take a deep breath in here. Go ahead and expand your heart's energy in gratitude. Gratitude for this experience, for this reconnection, for this remembrance, for this healing, for this activation, for this regeneration. And remember, you can always return back to this space to remember, to heal, or to simply be. This is your home. This is your home. This is your home. So at this time, go ahead and sit up or stand up and go ahead and walk towards your two guardian angel, towards the elevator. The doors open. Go ahead and enter the elevator again, and the two guardian angels stand with you as well. And again, they're going to help you integrate everything, the God frequencies that you just received, into every level of your being, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, anchoring the codes of divinity, of God within you, of source within you, on every level of your being, rooting it down into your physical reality so that you can begin to see evidence of this in your physical life now. And begin to see the elevator come down, moving downward, descend downward. There we go. Coming all the way down, moving from the higher frequency, moving it more into the denser reality that we live in, moving into your heart. There we go. Until it reaches your heart space, again, your heart garden. The doors open and the angels say goodbye, and the elevator and the angels disappear. Go ahead and make your way out through the doors of your heart garden and notice the two doors closing behind you. Make sure you say goodbye to your two guardians who are making sure that this sacred space, no one else can enter, but it is just for you. Go ahead and acknowledge them, thank them, blow them kisses. And then Take a deep breath in here and out. With your next breath, inhalation. And with your exhalation, come back to the here and now. Whew. It is done, it is done, it is done. By the power of three, a perfect trinity, it is done. Welcome back, beloved. Welcome back. As you're already feeling, you probably didn't want to come back. It is one of my favorite spaces to go to. The second space that I love to go to is the Heart Garden, and you just got introduced to both of them. If you'd like to learn more about your heart garden, please send me a message. I can help you connect to your own heart garden. It is a very powerful and special space that is within us. It's only for us and us alone. Welcome back. All right, my dears. I hope you come back and listen to this part. Go back and sit in the divine room, source room, God room, whatever you want to call it, to remember again, to just be, remember who you are in this frequency, where you were birthed from, where your soul originated from, to get answers, to heal, whatever you need. The potential of this room is endless, just as you felt there. And if you have any questions about what you experienced, or you would love to share what came through with me, please feel free to send me a private message and share that with me. There's something about vocalizing your experiences that help you anchor it into the physical reality. All right, my dears. So much blessings to you. And until next time, bye.